Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are on page 121 of your student journal. And our objective today is, today I will learn about how arrays, A-R-R-A-Y-S, arrays relate to multiplication. Okay, so let's look at what these arrays are. This is the big part of our lesson, is what is an array? Okay, so let's look at our vocabulary with our steps. So first they're letting us know what a row is. A row is horizontal, so rows go this way. A column is up, down, or sometimes we call it vertical. So you're going to hear me say the words row and column a lot. Okay, an array is when I put those together, and it's pretty much kind of like a visual model. Now they're doing these little open circles. We might just be doing dots, but you want to make sure they're really neat when we draw them. Okay. So what does this have to do with multiplication? Well, the row, so how many rows are there here? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. The row times the column, how many columns are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I count how many there are, that will give me my product, which is 20. So if we actually counted these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, that's going to give us our answer. Okay, our last word says compare, to closely look at two or more things in order to see what is similar or different. Okay, so our steps today are we're going to create an array for each multiplication equation. And then we're going to determine the products using the array. So we're just going to find the answer by using the array to count, and then we're going to compare our products. Okay, so I'm going to get started, friends, and show you what this looks like. Okay, so here is my first one. Okay. So my first one says create arrays for 3 times 5 and 5 times 3. Okay, so they're giving me pretty much two different expressions. So I'm going to write 3 times 5 over here, and then I'm going to solve the 5 times 3 over here. Okay, so this tells me that I want to have 3 rows. Because when we did this before, it's 3 groups. This is going to be 3 rows of 5. That's what I'm going to do. 3 rows of 5. Okay, so 3 rows with 5 in each. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1 row of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another row of 5, and I need 3 rows of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be my array. So 3 rows of 5 in each. Okay, so if I wanted now to count those, I could see what's my answer. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 3 times 5's product or answer or solution is 15. Okay, let's look at this next one. It says 5 times 3, so that means I'm going to have 5 rows of 3. So 1, 2, 3, that's my first row, but I need 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, now I have 2 rows of 3. 1, 2, 3, 3 rows of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of 3. And now let's count what my answer is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 again, friends. So are we maybe noticing something here? because they want us to compare the products. Well, I see my products are equal. So are we kind of noticing, what if I had taken this array and turned it sideways? Doesn't it look exactly like that array? It tells us something about multiplication. That's kind of neat. Okay, I'm going to do my next one. Let's see if we get the same product again. Okay, here's my next problem. It says create arrays for 2 times 7 and 7 times 2. Okay, so again, they're giving us 2 separate ones. So I'm going to break my paper up. Okay, and what is this one telling me? 2 rows of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is in, now I have 1 row of 7, but they want 2 rows of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 1 row of 7, 2 rows of 7. And what is my answer there? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14. Okay, this one says I have 7 rows of 2. Okay, so 1 row of 2, 2 rows of 2, 3 rows of 2, 4 rows of 2, 5 rows of 2, 6 rows of 2, 7 rows of 2. Okay, so let's count these. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 again. So again, I have the same product. The same product. Okay, so let's try some together. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on page 122. 122. And here is our first problem. It says, draw an array to represent 6 groups of 3, or 6 times 3. Draw a second array to represent 3 groups of 6, or 3 times 6. Okay, so the first one is 6 times 3. So let's write that here. And the second one is 3 times 6. Okay, so what does 6 times 3 mean? It means 6 rows of 3. So we need 6 rows. So ready? 1, 2, 3. 1 row of 3. 2 rows of 3. 3 rows of 3. 4 rows of 3. 5 rows of 3. 6 rows of 3. That's what that tells us. 6 rows of 3 now. Okay, let's go back and count what we have now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Our product is 18. Okay, let's look at our next one. This says 3 times 3, so that means I don't have room to write it below. I'm going to write it here. It means 3 rows of 6. Ready? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1 row of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 2 rows of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's 3 rows of 6. Okay, so now let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So our pattern of having matching products when we've switched the factors have stayed the same. Okay, let's look at another one together. This one says, draw an array to represent 8 groups of 3, 8 times 3. Draw a second array to represent 3 groups of 8, or 3 times 8. Okay, so our first one is 8 times 3, and our second one is 3 times 8. Okay, so here this means I have what? 8 rows of 3. So ready? 1, 2, 3, that's 1 row. 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, 5 rows, 6 rows, 7 rows, 8 rows. We have 8 rows of 3, and now we can just go back and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. My product is 24. Okay, let's look at our next one. This one says we have 3 rows of 8. So 3 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 1 row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 2 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 3 rows. Okay, so let's go count them now. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 again. Okay, so friends, a few things to notice is when you're doing these, I really want you to make sure you're writing the word rows and then you're counting your rows as you go. All right, have a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen.